Hey, Scott Himmelstein with the Scott Himmelstein Group. Welcome back to another edition of our video blog. Hey, hope everybody had a wonderful month of July. Hey, did you know that there's several proposed tax increases on this November's ballot, and several of them may affect you as a homeowner? So we're going to discuss some of those today. But before we do, reminder, if you're a home seller, check out our free home value report. And if you're looking to purchase a home, we have our free MLS search tool for properties all over Southern California. Well, obviously, all the focus, for the most part, has really been on the presidential election, and rightfully so. But there's a lot of state measures and local measures that have a lot of effect as far as homeowners go here in Southern California. So today, I'd like to take an opportunity to discuss some of those with you to make sure you have some of that information. So one of the proposed tax increases is really coming from the Los Angeles City Bond to pay for housing for the homeless. Now, if the voters say yes, the city will be authorized to take $1.2 billion as a loan and then pay it back by adding a new tax to property tax bills. So the city claims that because it will actually be a bond, not a loan. So the city claims that the bond money couldn't be used to pay for supportive services like mental health and substance abuse treatment, but only to buy land and build housing. So this would mean that the city would be allowed to use its powers of eminent domain to acquire land throughout Los Angeles. And then the land could be leased at a low cost to developers who win the contracts to build homeless housing. Well, the surprise comes because federal courts still haven't allowed Los Angeles to forcibly clear homeless encampments or prevent people from sleeping on the sidewalk. So that's something that they really need to take into consideration before possibly increasing property tax bills. So a way it would work is that property owners would pay between $4.50 and $17.50 per year for every $100,000 of assessed value for up to 28 years to repay the debt from the $1.2 billion homeless housing bond. And if that's not enough, the Los Angeles Community College District, well, they want voter approval for a $3.3 billion facility bond paid for by another property tax. So Los Angeles County also wants voters to pay for parks with a parcel tax of 1.5 cents for every square foot of buildings in a property. So that works out to about $22.50 per year for a 1,500 square foot building. And the parks tax would also affect businesses. Large commercial properties like warehouses and retailers would be hit with sharp tax increases, which they'll pass through to their customers as higher prices, or they absorb them as damage to the bottom line. Well, because Prop 13, which was initiated back in 1978, the iconic tax revolt initiative that voters passed, well, the one good thing is that all these proposed tax hikes, they require the approval of 2/3 of the voters in order to actually become law. So there's a lot to think about in November, not just the presidential election, but a lot of things going on here as far as local measures are concerned. You want more information about anything we discussed today, feel free to give us a call, 818-396-3311, 818-396-3311. And also, if you have any real estate questions, feel free to reach out to us as well. And thanks again for watching our video blog.